All right, today we're going to be unboxing the Beretta M9. This particular version is a US Navy Commemorative edition, and it does ship in this hard shell plastic case. 2 latches are on the top. And when you open the case, you'll be greeted with the official seal or logo of the US Navy on the top of the box. And this box is sort of padded, so it's like a kind of flexible plastic in here, and so it's the same down here. This is kind of a flexible plastic to keep everything kind of padded in place. So up top is going to be a bag. This is the tag that is normally attached to the trigger guard. And you get a little pamphlet of paperwork here. So the first one is going to be basically all the warnings when it comes to basically all Beretta firearms. The warranty paperwork. So Beretta does include a 1-year warranty, and when you register it with them on their website, you can extend that by 2 years. And then also a Massachusetts warning card. Also in here is going to be an orange warning card. Typically, this warning up top is printed on the side of, say, your 92 series Beretta. But because this is an M9 variant or replica of the M9, they do include this card, basically stating that if there is a round in the chamber and the magazine is out of the gun, it still will fire. And your manual. It's not a specific M9 manual, 92 series manual, pretty much the same thing. So all your warning text is going to be in orange. Towards the back, there's going to be some pictures, and these are all black and white photos. And then beyond that is an exploded parts view of the 92 series handgun and a parts list alongside part numbers for the 92 series. Also included in the box is going to be 3 magazines. All 3 magazines are Beretta branded on the base plates. All 3 of them have black followers, and they're all stainless steel, coated in what I'm assuming is probably Parkerizing or black oxide. All 3 are made in Italy as well. And they're all 15 rounds, and they have round indicators on the back side. All right, let's get everything out of the way, and we'll start going to the features of the Beretta M9. All right, got everything out of the way. As always, we will start with some close-up shots. So like I said, this is a replica of the M9, so there are going to be a few different things that you'll notice that may be a little bit different from the 92 series of pistols, basically to kind of make this look more similar to the military variant of the 92. So the Beretta M9 is a short recoil semi-automatic single action, double action pistol, and the barrel that it comes with is a 4.9 inch barrel, and it features a matte black Bruneton finish. The barrel is also chrome lined. You can see the chrome lining right there inside the barrel. You can also see that right there. And the barrel is going to be constructed of steel. Beretta doesn't say what type of steel, but I do know that it is steel. So the slide is also going to be constructed of steel, and it features a baked enamel finish on top of Parkerizing. That's kind of through my research of looking through various forums. They didn't really discuss the finish on the Beretta website, but I do have an M9 myself, and I can definitely say that it is a very much a baked enamel finish, and it is going to feature rear slide serrations right here, both on the left and the right. And like I said, this is a US Navy Commemorative edition, so it is going to have a few things on the slide itself. So towards the front, you are going to have the US Navy seal or logo. On the side, M9 US Navy and an American flag engraved. And because this is a replica M9 on the slide, you're also going to get US 9mm M9 Beretta, and then USA, and then their cage code for Beretta. So that's not to be confused with the serial number. Serial number is going to be on the frame here. The cage code is kind of particular to a manufacturer that has contracts or a listing that the US government can order from. So they would use that in place of Beretta for the manufacturer. So the sights, the front sight is fixed to the slide. The rear sight is dovetailed into the slide. And I can definitely say that these are the Navy M9 sights. I've never shot an Army M9, I've shot the Navy one. So the rear sight is kind of a half moon with 2 indentations on the left and right. And you kind of make that into a full circle when looking at that front sight through the rear sight notch. So the frame is going to be constructed of aluminum, and I believe this is a Type 3 hard coat anodized finish. The frame is going to feature vertical serrations on the front side, as well as vertical serrations on the back side. And it's also going to feature a squared off trigger guard with horizontal serrations on the front side of that. The grips here are going to be constructed of polymer, and they are checkered. So this is another difference between the M9 and 92 series, is that the screws on the M9s are going to be Allen key inserted, whereas the other ones are usually in a flathead type screw. And towards the front of the frame, as opposed to a Picatinny rail like you see on the M9A3s, it's just going to be a dust cover that goes along the bottom side. And on the bottom of the frame is going to be a lanyard loop, and that's constructed of polymer. And the magazine well is not too flared. It's mainly just flared on the front side right here. Nothing on the sides, back, or anything like that. Just on the front is it slightly flared. So onto the controls. So like I said, this is a double action, single action. So if the pistol is in the safe position, so this is safe, this is fire, you will not be able to cock back the hammer. You do have to throw it into fire, and you can either cock the hammer by pushing the slide to the rear, and then it will stay cocked, or if the gun is in fire, you can pull the hammer back like this. So you can also use it as a double action on the first round. So if you're in fire and you go to pull the trigger like that, you can see that hammer drop back and then drop forward, and then your slide would reciprocate, extracting that spent brass, and now you're in single action like that. So say you want to carry a round in the chamber, what you would do is throw it in fire, pull the slide to the rear, chamber that round, and then you place it in safe, and that brings the hammer forward. I know that does seem a little scary, that hammer coming forward like that. However, there is a firing pin block when the gun is in safe. So as you can see right there, that firing pin's not even exposed at all. And now the firing pin is exposed. So speaking of the trigger, so the double action trigger, this one right here with the hammer forward and in fire, double action trigger is going to be 7.5 to 15.5 pounds. I know that's a very wide range, but that was just kind of what was reported on their website and other places that I was researching at. The single action trigger, so this trigger right here, is going to be 4 to 6.5 pounds. So let's go ahead and test out that double action trigger. So it is definitely probably in the 12 to 13 pound range, quite heavy. And you feel that release there. So let's find the reset for the single action right there. And you can go ahead and bring it back, and very clean break. Definitely more towards the 4 pound side of things. So your magazine release is going to be right here, and you can swap that to the other side. Let's see how those mags insert. And they do drop free. Up front is going to be your takedown lever. So the takedown procedure. So right here is your takedown lever, and this is the takedown lever release button. So what you're going to do is make sure everything is safe and clear. You're going to pull the hammer to the rear, push the takedown lever release button, pull the takedown lever down, and then pull the slide off. So we'll kind of show off the guide rod and barrel real quick. So the guide rod is going to be made of polymer, and here is a look at the barrel. The procedure to put everything back together is pretty much the same way in reverse. You're going to put the slide on the slide rails, pull the slide to the rear, push the slide stop up, and then put your takedown lever in the up position, and then release the slide. And then you can put everything back in a safe position. So in terms of size and weight, overall height, so from top of the sight to the bottom of the magazine well is going to be 5.4 inches. Overall width is going to be 1.5 inches. And the weight unloaded is going to be 33.3 ounces. All right, if you guys have any questions on the Beretta M9, just drop a comment down below and I'll do my best to get back with you. Thank y'all for watching.